Who are you? Hi. Okay. So I have some drawings here that I made, some sketches, and I'm gonna attempt to turn them into a sticker sheet. Will this work? I don't know, but like I have Mr. Krabby, like, and this is my foot. Hi. This guy, and we don't talk about this yet. No. Yes, but I have projects going on, and I'm gonna attempt to turn into a sticker sheet. So, yeah. Welcome to the clouds, by the way. Wee. Howdy. So I'm gonna show you how I made one of my my layouts. So I'm gonna do this one to be like that sunset one with the beach picnic. And so we have the sunshine, a little picnic basket. Mostly I just want the pieces to kind of like fit together in a certain way. So we have like the basket, the towel that goes underneath the basket, and then we have like the characters. So we'll have like some hills here, and they're gonna be around there. Maybe we could do like something small, like that, like a little drink that looks like a juice box, right? Yeah. Okay. And we also have maybe like a little bowl or container of something. Yeah. And maybe add some little clouds for some detail. And mostly you gotta focus on the characters first up, because they're gonna be like right there. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm wanting for this guy. Okay, and then now I just kind of, color it in. Going for a little bit of like a mixture, darky bluey here. And then now I want like the hillies. Oh, the hillies. Yes, that was a squeak. Okay, so they're just gonna be very beautiful hills. Afternoon, evening hills, it's getting kind of like darker on the atmosphere, so we reshape the landscape and give these guys a little more dimension. Yeah. Then we can just like wrap it around. Maybe another swirly. Yes. These swirlies are beautiful. Okay. Sunshine. Focus. Yeah. Yellow in there. Make a basket. Let's make it pink. Kind of reminds me like strawberry pink, just like that other project I did recently. The strawberry cake thingy. Yes, on top of Mr. Bird's nest. Okay, now we have the basket, which shall be an orange shade of orange, shade. Depends on how you look at it. Ooh. It could even be a little bit brown. That's brown. No, this isn't brown. A lot of times during school, I was like if it was slightly dark in the classroom and we were like coloring something, I would get the black and not the black, the blue and the brown. I'm very confused sometimes. So like a color like this versus like something like these. They would just get so confusing in my mind. Yeah. No. Okay. The biggest difference for me when it comes to like thinking about like a coloring book versus actually making the sketch, the pencil part yourself, it's like you create the world when you do it with the pencil, because with the coloring book it's like you're just staying within the edges, and the edges are very, very printed black. It's like you have to be organized in it, and I don't know, I think that's like such a constraining thing. Yeah. I like when I'm able to just kind of go wherever and like color outside the lines, or just, like make the colors more unique and not to be like limited to whatever whatever's outline someone else kind of wanted. But I mean, coloring books themselves are fun in a sense. I don't do them, but like they're fun for me when it comes to actually creating the coloring book, like making all the black and white lines. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. This is a fence. It has many little thingies. Look at all those little thingies. Do you know what the thingies are? I don't remember what they're called. Like rungs, but fences were made in this way, that they would interlock at a 90-degree angle. And thus that would keep them stable momentarily. Other than some fences, they kind of like went across like that, but some fences go across like this. I mean, I think it's kind of like, it reminds me of like the mimicking a railroad, because they're both interlocking, kind of, Okay. And yeah. I like my mountains. And this is I think this is the last scene inside of the thing. I don't remember entirely my story, but I just remember this is one of the scenes. Ooh, na 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 that I wrote. Ooh, with my fingies. I need watercolor. It's like watercolor paints, but there's also watercolors in the color of the water. Ooh. brownie, 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 brownie. Too many brownies. Ooh, Frenchie, Frenchie. I like it. And just to like contrast from the sky above here, because it's gonna go like from black to light, we're gonna go from light to darkish here. So yeah, you know, another thing about like making your own drawing before coloring is like you're responsible for all of it, but like that kind of gives you more freedom in the sense that you don't feel like you're obligated to remain within a certain section of something. Because I mean, imagine like you were, I don't know, like a pig in a pig pen. You're expected to stay in your pig pen, but then what if the gate opens? Then you have the ability to explore other parts of your beautiful, luscious pig pen. And then you get to, I don't know, create, but like create as in the pig can create his own style in what he does. Like he doesn't have to just walk around the perimeter of this gate. He can instead roam the fields. I don't know. He's a piggy. He's a piggy wiggy. Wiggy piggy wiggy. Booty fun. There's always that 1% chance, you know? Like, every single second that passes by, there are like a million things that could happen, and none of them are expected. You don't know where any of them go into like a place of like a timeline. So, essentially, AI systems, they could, you know, they keep on advancing, and tech companies, they try to keep them stable in a way, like, that they don't not work. But despite the limitedness that it's like we're trying to get away all those randomness that could happen, instead we're gonna like pinpoint toward this, but this pinpoint can never end. So it's like the same thing as if you were like I don't know, blending something or like ripping something in half. It's infinite, keeps on going and going. So that percent chance will just keep on getting smaller and smaller, but it still can happen that an AI system can crash. And that's pretty much the same thing with everything. There's still that 1% chance, like, that, I don't know, like an asteroid could come and hit the Earth, or that the sun could explode. So, like, any given moment and second, there's anything that could happen. I added some like little shading to the side of the mountains so that they could kind of look like they have dimension, you know, like that's kind of trippy because like the moon's over here, so the light would be technically coming from this side. Well, I mean, I suppose that would work then, because the light would be like this and the shadows would be there. But for me, in my mind, it's not logical. It doesn't have to be logical now. Nah. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, okay. And so one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this side darker. So like make it a lot darker. Then this side is gonna be lighter because it's gonna be closer to us. Even though it is nighttime, so technically the grass, all of it should be dark, maybe. But no. We have green. Oh. I got some darker shades of green. I like this. And it's gonna be like show. Do you like my nose? Yeah. So I really want it to look vibrant, but also keep it within the nightshade, you know? The nightshade. It's a day bleed and nightfall. When Christ grows tall, we see colors as they shine down, they light up the highlights of our future. Whoa, 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 around the stars, and we see heaven shining in the sky. And just because I wanted to add some little pinky streakies around the edges of these mountains to kind of give them like this like miniature highlight almost. Like it's so tiny and faint that you can hardly tell that it's there, but it's there and it's gorgeous. And then I'm also gonna get this purple and just make a little bit underneath it. Yes, it's perfect. Ooh, flashy. So like highlights are normally blackish. Look at the paint on my hands. But so highlights are normally like not blackish, whitish. But if the mountain is white, then the highlight will be black. Ooh, confusing. You know, I just kind of like started to realize, not like realize, but like interpret. YouTube is like an endless expanse. It's its own book. It keeps on writing itself more and more and more. But that, it's like history was written by books, but YouTube is written by videos. So it's like we're being written by our hearing, our ears, but like in the past it was with our eyes. And that's kind of like the same thing with like, but of course also people told stories, like Little Red Riding Hood was passed down for generations and generations. But like, okay. I'm making the cookie. And I kind of want to go around here too. This is turning out nice. Hi. Okay, and now we take scissors and we snip them out because I have all of my scenes ready. Now, I'm thinking about making the characters as well from Peppa because it's just, I want them to be original. I don't want to have to use a bunch of living figures, although the living figures are easier to stand up because they are not flimsy, but I can use tape. Yeah. And who needs all these extra corners? Just snip them off. Snip them off. We don't need little pieces. They can be recycled. Yes, recycled. And this shall just be left. Oosh. We got all these guys also to snip. I wish I had done a cool transition there, like snip and then they just all just like fall down because they would all be snipped out, but I don't know. Ooh. And now I do have some dudes on the back of this guy. I didn't really think of that before, but we have Mr. Pandemonium. And then a girl, yeah. I think it was a bird. Okay, but where you be? They're just gonna have to disappear. Sorry, Mr. Pandemonium. I don't know if I'm gonna snip off your head or something. Sure hope I don't. What? Oh. This one I get to rip right off. Soft is flying. Can I do it this way? Ooh, I'm doing it through the camera. No mistakies. No mistakey. Oh, dude. Started cutting off the side of it. You can see the sun's coming out. It balances off the plant. Ooh, shadowy. So, have you ever been to theaters? Well, theaters, they have these giant red curtains on the side of them. You can see those giant red curtains. And, well, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, why do they want to cover up the top of the theater thing? Like, do you, like, you know, they make the bottom look more open than the top by, like, draping it. But why? Is it because they're, like, trying to cast a shadow so that you look down and not top of the ceiling where it might be ugly? Or maybe they're just, like, so much light. Oh, maybe it's because that's where the lights come from. They're, like, trying to, like, shield it off from the base. Yeah, okay. I don't know. Well, I can intentionally make myself burp. Yeah. Like, I can just go. It's kind of weird. I don't know if that's like a normal thing to be able to do. Imagine if you could intentionally make yourself fart. I can't, but I don't know. That's a strange topic. Okay, let's talk about showers. Have you ever wondered what would happen if, like, you had a moving shower? Like, you, instead of, it's almost like one of those like a treadmill desk, but instead it's at the shower, so you don't have to just stand there with your knees locked. You could walk around, or maybe even not even like just walk, but like with the shower thing, would like walk around the perimeter, and like the shower head would follow you as you walked. I don't know, it would be kind of more like a swimming pool, but it would be fun. It would be more fun instead of having to just stand there as you wash your hand, because there's only your arms are moving. What about your legs? Your legs need to be pumping. Okay. I got them. And this guy, I might have to do on a different page, the picnic one and the stage, because I have my doodlies for the Wii project on there, and I can't snip him because there's too many little things on there that actually should stay on there. So we're gonna do him on a different page. Watcha. Paper. They're all over. Okay. Recycle. Okay, so for my characters, I'm thinking about I'm gonna have a pig, I'm gonna have a cat, and I'm gonna have maybe a dog, but I mean, I'm just gonna have them in real life characters, but, well, I mean, I could use my characters. Yeah, I mean, they would need to be contrast from the background. That would make sense. Because I was thinking, like, for the crowd to use the Shopkins, but I don't want to put a bunch of things that I didn't create on there, you know? No. So, I was gonna think about making a pig, and pigs are, well, you know, they're pigs. They look very different from how people draw them. So they actually have bigger ears than a lot of things put them out to be. And they have like a really like long snout, nose. Pretty like, they have, like, it's, like, pointed toward the top a little bit more. The bottom's a little bit more rounder. It's almost like an oval, but it's, well, like an oval that's, like, been pushed to the top, like, stretched out. So that's kind of how I see a piggy nose. And then they kind of have eyebrows in a way. It's like they have, like, lines that kind of distinguish the head. Obviously not like that, but, you know, we're humans. We give things, we give everything real facial features. And then we got the ears. I think I'm gonna actually make the lines go up. It kind of just follows along with the ear. Yeah, kind of reminds me of the Olivia pig. That was a pig I grew up with a lot. I liked it. That was my my version of a pig growing up. I didn't grow up with the creepy triangle person with a head that has eyes on both sides of the head. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah. So that's a pig. And then I kind of want to make like a body, but like a simple-ish body. Not too bad of a pig, but like, how do I want to do this? I think kind of like that. And then I'm going to give him his legs. And no, I'm not gonna like make them like little short stubby things, but more like a horse kind of. I don't know. But he needs to have long legs because animals have limbs. It's not like a little tiny nub or something. I don't like it when, I mean, yeah, it's I guess cute maybe. It just kind of saves them up material when they make plushies with like really tiny limbs. But I don't know, I think I like long limbs because they're so floppy and funny and woo. They make things more like funky. And then we give him his tail. Oh, woo. There's a pig. I like that. I actually like that design. Maybe he needs some spots. Let's see here. I need a random object. There's flowers, hearts. So I'm just looking at random stuff over there. A microphone, a pen, an elf hat, strawberry, a bunny, Frankenstein, unicorn, emoji. That's because I'm looking at stuff that I already have in here. Okay, well then if I had to look at a book then. Washington flag. A boat? Well, his body could be boat-like. Like this. Like he could have this like giant thing that's on top of him. His body kind of looks like a canoe. So we'll make him a canoe body and, I don't know, give him a little flag here. He is the piggy power. Yes, he will be. Piggy power. That's his flag. He will land on the moon with his piggy power. And then we're gonna give him his like own little symbol here. He's gonna have a squiggle with like a no, I don't know. What even is that? No, he's gonna have just like a giant cha-ching. Yeah, piggy power, cha-ching. I don't know why. Okay, this is his little boat, and it's gonna have some nice design on it. This is like the top part of the boat, the rim. And then, let's see here. We're gonna make him Yes, he's the Washington pig. Actually, I kind of want to give him a hat now. You know, like a George Washington hat. Look at that. He's a proud settler. But unlike the people who conquered the world, he will be a very good conqueror, and he will care about the Indians, the tribal people who already live in the area, and he will work to preserve their land. Oh, poor Washington. Poor, not Washington, but like, come on, dude. Don't take the land because it's just land. It's not this land, you know? I don't like that hat. That doesn't remind me of the settlers. I think it's because they go up. No, that looks Mexican. But not like Mexican, but like one of those sombreros. Okay, I gotta Google it. Washington hat. Not the state, the old guy. Okay, so it's like they go to the side pointed, kind of. So it needs to go like up like this, and then around, like that, and then it goes up. There we go. That looks more Washington settler, a colonist style. Okay, and it's a little bit more like pointed, like that. We are making this pig a colonist. Why? Why? I don't know. I just am. And that's what he's turning out to be. And sometimes they have like buttons on the sides or something. Yeah, apparently it's just because like this thing pops out in the front, so like it's like that and then that. I don't know why that was such a popular style of the hat, but I mean that's how it was. We'll just like give him a little feathery thingy. Yeah, now that's a pig. Or color him in. And now let's make something of a hedgehog. Yes. Ooh, right there. Yes. So we're gonna make him have his little tiny nose go up just a little bit like that, and then his body, he's gonna be a round, what is that? No, we're gonna, I don't know, fix him up just a little bit there. I know the visuals are very black and white right now, but you can look at Pig, he's there too. I just noticed that like I can't take people seriously unless they're like unedited in a way. Like if they have so many things going on around them, I'm like, wow, you just kind of look like some kind of AI robot. But like if they like there was this guy from the gas station who I was purchasing just like a bag of ice from there, and then he noticed that like I was very like patient waiting, and then he just kind of like just came out, and then he was like wait, what am I talking about? I don't know. And so we have an eyeball. Yes, an eyeball. And then I don't know, more spikies all around. Da 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 da. Like so. That's a hedgehog, right? And then we're gonna give him a little mouth. Yeah. And then make his eye a little more popped out. And voila, he has his little cheek. And we have his little legs. And we have character number 2. So we have character number 1. Oh, he's almost character number 2. Blah, we're gonna put some brown on him. brown. I probably should outline those spikies just a bit more, like this. Kapow, kapow, kapow. Like so. He has a bald patch. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna color him just a little bit more with the brownie colors, and then he should be beautiful. And he's an honest hedgehog. He's a very honest guy. He's like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's gonna be his voice. I have spikies and I grew up inside of a log, inside of a tree, with my mouth, but my mouth wasn't open yet because I was still a baby. Huh, that's actually an interesting fact. Come on, Google, tell me. I don't want to Google things. Google's like broken. How are hedgehogs born? They're born with soft, flexible spines hidden beneath a fluid-filled sac, huh? Are you sure about that? Wait, what? So they're born with their spines, but the spines are inside of a sack? What? Okay. I've never seen a hedgehog unborn, but okay. I have nothing to add, really. I've never seen a hedgehog born. I'm sorry. If I figure that their eyes would be closed. Oh, but do hedgehogs give birth or lay eggs? Okay, yeah. Okay. They are mammals. I didn't know that they give birth to live hedgehogs. And that's a fact we didn't really need to know. Hedgehog.